What's the question? What's the question you ask yourself when everything seems to be going against you? Well, more about that right after the intro. Welcome to the Day One Journey, episode 152, Chi-Ching. Yes, well, last episode, I just shared with you a personal story when I was just about to ask myself that question. Well, where was I? I was just there in Malta, 2010, 8 years ago. Less than 1 hour before our first salsa show abroad, internationally. Yes, I was just waiting for my partner back then, Mohan. And again, it was just before our first salsa couple show abroad in Malta. However, I was there, needed to make a decision. A tough decision. Both options were bad. First option for us was performing on the stage, but we both agreed that this was a bad option for us. Why? Because the stage was bad. It had cracks. It was too small for our choreography. We needed more space for our choreography. But on top of that, the thing that most bothered us was they had a strange gap between the back of the stage and the wall. They had a gap of 1 meter, meaning if you dance on the stage and you see the wall, you think you have more space for you to dance on, but you don't. So when we did the rehearsal then on the stage, we were afraid that we would fall into that gap. So we both agreed that was the better option. So back then when we did the rehearsal, like I shared with you in last episode, we agreed to perform not on the stage but on the floor, just in front of the stage. But then when I entered the hall, just when I was waiting for my partner, I was seated just like the audience to see how they will see the show. And then I realized that all the audience, maybe beside the first row, won't see our waist and down because we were performing on the same eye level as them. Which means that the video of our show, our only memory of that show, won't be as good as we want it to be. We talked about that video. It was important for both of us because we want to use that video to send to other producers of other events to promote ourselves so we can have more fun and dance in other events like that, performing, showing our art and teach. So I just realized then, before she came, that the video won't be good, won't be as good as we want it to be. But doing on stage, the video will be good. But the stage wasn't good, so we have two bad options. And I knew I was the one needed to make that decision. You might say to yourself that it might be a good idea. It might have been a good idea for me to wait for her and have a discussion about what's best for us. It does make sense. But that wasn't the situation. First, I knew she was already a little bit stressed about the show. You know, first time performing abroad, I was stressed a bit as well. The second thing, I knew she trusted me. She trusted me. I knew that she would prefer that at least I would know what's best for us. And I also had the intuition that if she comes and I'm really not sure what to do. She might get even more stressed and we wouldn't know together what to do. So at least I know it was good for me to push myself for a decision, at least so I would know, in my opinion, what's best for the both of us. So when she comes, I tell her what I think, then see what she thinks, and we can go forward with that. Either way, I need to push myself to make a decision, at least between me and myself, what I think is the best option for us. And that was the moment I went the other way. That was the moment I asked myself that empowering question that helped me to see things much more clearly. I went to that part of myself. Back then he didn't have a name. But today I have a name for him. And we'll talk about it in future episodes. I went for him, for the optimizer. It is that part of me who always finds things to be grateful for in any kind of situation. So I went for him. I went for gratitude. And I asked him for advice. I didn't know what to do. So he was just asking me this question. What can you be grateful for right now? He told me, yes, things might not go your way. Things might not go as you planned. There's some surprises. Still, he was pushing me to think about, to focus on the things that I can be grateful for. And just then, it dawned on me how grateful I really feel, and I really am grateful for just being there, having this opportunity to present our choreography, our creation, do what we love to do, dancing, performing, abroad, first time internationally, first time doing a couple show. Most times it's you go abroad as a group, as part of a group, not as a couple show. But we did that first. The producer counted on us. They trusted us. The producer trusted us. They gave us full accommodation, all the expenses of the hotel and everything. Usually, it doesn't happen first time you perform abroad. And we were there on the stage, also backstage with artists that were doing this for 10, 15 years. Nobody knew it was our first time. We were there in the big league. I was amazed at how grateful I really was just to be there. Just to be there. Whether we will perform on the stage or on the floor, I was feeling that gratitude. I was just standing there. I took the time. I didn't have much time. Remember, I was waiting for my partner to arrive. She was about to arrive in 10, 15 minutes, less than 1 hour. We performed. I think we were the performance number 3. Still, I took the time. I felt that gratitude. And then everything seemed clear to me. I felt the gratitude. I enjoyed it. And then when I thought back about, okay, there's a decision to make, everything was clear for me. Everything made sense. I knew what's the best thing for us to do. I just knew that. it was also a sense of completeness. Remember, this is still the priority series. And as I'm sharing with you in the past few episodes, completeness is my top value. And gratitude is part of that completeness. And in this specific case, this sense of gratitude gave me the sense of completeness. I was grateful for having the opportunity to share our choreography, our show, the thing that we love to do with that international audience. I was grateful either we perform it on the stage or on the floor. That sense of completeness. Either way, I was grateful. This is how I got the sense of completeness and clarity to what is best for us to do. So more about that, specifically what we decided to do in the next episode, because we're out of time. But back to you. Next time, when things don't go your way, try asking yourself this question. What can you be grateful for at this specific moment? Try asking yourself this question. Try asking yourself this question. What can you be grateful for right now? And it might give you that sense of clarity, that sense of completeness about what to do next. So do it today, or do it the next time you face this challenging thing, when things don't go your way. Ask yourself this question, do it the next time. And of course, have an amazing day one. See you tomorrow.